What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of El Palmeiras Copa Libertadores Challenge, and today we have got the end of our group stage, and hopefully we go ahead and make it out of the group. As you can see, we sit in second at the moment, 3 points back of Tolima, and 1 point ahead of Tigre. We got a really great result last time out against Tigre, so hopefully we can keep up the good form. After starting very poorly, really, we only got 1 point from our first 2, but 6 from our last 2, and hopefully we can go through. Tolima and Tigre play. Theoretically, this could only be one game. This episode, if Tolima beat Tigre and we beat Bolivar, we'll be through into the next round, and that would be ideal. But let's jump into it. We're going to start right away. Bolivar, Palmeiras. Let's see if we have to make any changes. I do not believe so. No, we're fit and ready to go. So let's jump right on into it. Palmeiras, Bolivar. Let's go. It's a poor ball out there. Can we do something with it here as we get it into midfield for Tossa? He's coming forward with it. He's running into that space. It's been left for him. Cadete. He's in a decent spot here, Cadete, and he's going to go for goal. Forces a decent save. It's dropped down to us, and it's in the back of the net. What a takedown there by Fred Tossa. It's just come off his chest. What a touch. And he has just fired it into the back of the empty net. Goalkeeper with a decent early save there on Cadete. We just had to force him into something. Hadn't done so yet. Cadete gets in behind here, and he has a shot. And it just, what a take on the chest. And it's a good finish as well. Right into the ground, but that little bounce takes it into the back of the net. For Tossa gives us a 1-0 lead. Out wide here. Diaz. He's coming forward now. Can't quite get a touch onto it. Riquelme's on it. It's clipped into a really good spot. And just semi-dealt with. The header out is not so good. It comes to him. That's a great save. Can we clear it? We finally do. A couple of chances there for Bolivar. Goalkeeper comes to our rescue once. And we still hold our 1-0 lead here after a half hour. Fredetino, nicely done. And Pedrenda's going to be in on goal here. Can we go right up the other end? Oh, it's a great save. A bit straight. I thought he also might get taken down. It did not happen. That's a massive opportunity, really, on both ends for goals. Does well, Pedrenda. It's nicely played out here. Can we get it back? We can. Here's Pedrenda again. And can he play this through? He can. Fredetino does well to hold on to it. Him and Pedrenda playing 1-2s all the way up and down the pitch. Finally find a different player, Laranjo. He's in a decent spot. Can he find anything? He can. Brilliant ball to Freitas. And what a finish. That was lovely football. All the way up the pitch. Between the front two, Pedrenda, Fredetino, and then we get to the midfielders who find each other. Freitas with his second goal of the game. This is some finish. Look at this. Laranjo finds him in a brilliant space. And look at that first time finish. Flying right into the corner. Look at this. Brilliant angle. What more can you say? A brilliant finish, and just before halftime, we double our lead, 2-0. Nicely done. Can we get there? We can. Lovely stuff, and that's a good ball out there. This is Caedo, the sub. Had a good impact the other day. He's managed to hold on to it there as well. Laranjo, back inside. Caedo gets it to Fredetino, and back to Caedo. He's taking a really good touch, and oh, it's just past the post. Lovely from the young midfielder, but couldn't finish it off. With 15 minutes to go, we're really cruising to a 2-0 right now. This second half has been very, very quiet. Very much cruise control. And we'll definitely take that with a 2-0 lead. Inside, Laranjo. Nice turn by Caedo there. It's lovely football here. And Freitas is trying to bring it forward. He does well to turn. Gets it to Caedo. Can we get there? Not quite. Ooh, and 2 minutes to go here. We are going to come to a 2-0 victory. This second half has had that one highlight. And that was it. And it is going to end that way. It's been a very, very tame second half. But as we said, with a 2-0 lead, we'll definitely take it. And depending on what's happened in the other game, we may be through to the next round, which would obviously be ideal. Tolima did beat Tigre, so we are through to the next round. Tigre are out. Palmeiras and Tolima are going to go through. And, you know, what else could you say? We are through to the next round. There it is. We are going to play this game against Tolima with a chance to go top of the group. We'd have to win by 2. So, you know, obviously we'd like to go in group winners. So let's jump into this. Palmeiras, Tolima. It's not a hugely important game, but, you know, there's a chance to win the group. So let's go. Pedrenda doing well to hold on to that. Vidual. Pedrenda again. Getting into Laranjo. He's in a good spot. Can he feed it through to Fredetino? He can. Fredetino turns. Gets it to Pedrenda, who takes a really good touch, and it's in the back of the net. And there's the goal we need to turn this up a bit. Now it's 1-0. 2-0 will, of course, should at least win us the group, theoretically. I'm not exactly sure, but I believe it will. And it's a good stuff. And what a touch by Pedrenda, and that's a really good attempt. It's a really good hit. 2 men there. Tight angle, really, or a tough angle at least. And he has smacked it just inside that far post. It's a good goal. And it's 1-0. Nice takeaway. Can we race forward now? Back out there. Fredetino does well. Can we get it out wide? We can. Here's Mestres. He cuts inside nicely, Mestres, and he slides it through. It's Freitosa, and Freitosa does well to cut back inside. Freitosa, oh, what a finish! In off the post, right into that corner. And 2 goals in a couple of minutes here has given us the lead and should give us first place in the group as of right now. What a turn inside here by Freitosa. Right here, and then he smashes this in off the post. What a finish from the midfielder who's got 3 goals in this episode already. Look at this hit. And he smashed it in off the post, past the goalkeeper. Very well done from the free-scoring midfielder all of a sudden. And it's 2-0. Out wide, Freitosa. Back inside. Nicely done. Can we get it back to Freitosa? We can. And Freitosa's in a good spot again. Does well. Cuts inside. Freitosa has it cleared off the line. Brilliantly done from him. And very well done by the player on the line there to really sense that danger and get behind the goalkeeper. Did really well to block that off the line. That looked a certain goal. We give it away here. Can we slide it out? We can. Mestres! Oh, what a save. And we go into halftime more likely to score a third than they are to grab a first. And that is something we are very much comfortable with. 2-0 at the half. Oh, lovely stuff there by Tolima. And he's racing forward here on the left-hand side as they look for a way back into this. And technically a goal would go ahead and give them top of the group as it stands. And it goes out for a corner. Can they get it here? We're just 5 or 6 minutes into this second half. As that ball comes in, he's going to get the header on, and there it is. And out of nothing, Tolima are back top of the group. Bit irritating that, because they've barely been a part of this game so far. But he got a free header on there, and he has made no mistake. He has hammered that home. A really, really good header. That comes in behind him the whole time, and no chance for the goalkeeper. It's just a really good header. And Moya gives Tolima the advantage at top of the group, though we still lead on the day. But we're kind of trying to win the group here. Laranjo out wide. Cadete is going to get onto this. He's coming forward here. Cuts back inside, and there's Pedrenda. Oh, he's straight at the goalie. 8 yards out. He's got to be putting that either side of him, but he puts it straight at him. A huge opportunity. Ooh, that's a lovely ball out there. Kemp passes on it. And this guy's got a bit of pace as he races away from Vidual. Tries to clip a ball in. It's headed up, punched away. They're going to hold on to it there. It's a good header back, and what a finish. It's 2-2, and that might be that in terms of winning the group. After their goal, they've really turned it up. It's so annoying because we were so dominant up into a really poor goal to concede. Goalie gets a hit on it, but that's a really good finish from him. And Gordillo gives Tolima, at the moment, a point. 20 minutes to go. Clip forward. Can we get a header on? Just, but it's going to fall to Tolima here. He does well to get around the outside. He's going to hook it in. He is. Oh, what a... Oh, I thought he saved that. I'm so glad this game doesn't matter, really, because we've been awful this second half defensively. Obviously, considering we were 2-0 up at half and we're going to lose this game 3-2, but genuinely glad this game doesn't matter. That would irritate me if this game mattered. He should be saving that. Gets a huge hand onto it, and it manages to squeeze just through him. And in the 89th minute, Tolima have turned this all the way around from 2-0 down. Absolutely ridiculous, this. Oh, a minute and a half as the yellow card comes out for Plata. Free kick's going to come in. This should be the last action of the game. And Cadete puts a decent ball in. Can't quite get the header onto it. And that is going to be that. A really, really good comeback win, though, in a semi-meaningless game, as that goes to the goalkeeper, and that is going to be that. We are into the next round. I'm not exactly sure if first or second place warrants a better draw, but it's not too huge a deal for me. We're in the knockout stage, and we're going to have to play these teams anyway to go ahead and win this tournament, which is what we want to do. But they had 4 shots all game, and they all came in that ridiculous second half. Tigre do win their game, but we're still going to go through into the next round. Let's see who we get advancing to the next match. They're doing the draw. What do we got here? Flamengo. That is going to be tough. This is I bought this Brazilian jersey. I bought Flamengo. The plan was to wear the Brazilian jersey for all the Brazilian teams we did, and the Boca jersey for all the Argentinian teams we did, and switch off depending on what we had, because those were the 2 South American jerseys I had. But the Flamengo one hadn't come. Otherwise, we'd be doing Flamengo instead of Palmeiras now, and now we've got Flamengo to come. Sao Paulo and Boca get drawn together. Peñarol and Racing Club is a good one. But yes, we are going to have a really tough time in that first round of 16 against Flamengo, guys. But that'll be next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for more. And peace.